I finally got to come back to the site where the excavation was happening after being sick, and got to see just how fast they were moving. They were moving. That excavation site looked completely different from when I left.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Wow. So Jacob.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit different now, isn't it?
It's a huge difference. Like, it doesn't even look like the same site right now. The walls are very much exposed. You can actually see them, that they built it, and they built it with really large rocks.
Yeah.
Those would have been really difficult to move.
You see the floor stones and the entrance?
Yeah, on the bottom.
See those are underneath the wall stones.
Oh,
Tho-
yeah.
Those are flagstones or pavers that they use. First they excavated and then they set these flat stones down.
Yeah.
And then they built the walls on either side of the entry passage. And so by doing that, like we can't even move those because all this rock wall would fall down.
Standing there with Mark and Rudy, they were able to point out what they're seeing, what they're finding, and it was a clear picture of what the house looked like.
Over there, I noticed, we were sort of guessing what that might be over there, but so now it's exposed.
Well, that's an additional room to the main house here.
Mm-hmm.
And it might have been added on at one time, or it might have been built at the same time.
So
But on the other side of just on the exterior of the house, we think there's a cache.
oh, the mound.
Yeah, the mound would be a cache of meat and whalebone and things. That's where they cache the material, which indicates some degree of separation between, the major occupants of this house and this one, like a father and son and their families, right?
Just starting out, sort of.
Just starting out.
Subletting the basement.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it could be, and it often happens because father-son cores often form the basis of Inuit groups.
Yeah.
Despite not being part of the excavation, I still learned a lot from just listening to Mark and Rudy explain the house and the features that were there.
This is a great example of these are structural rocks that you see here, and you see the whale vertebrae underneath it.
Yeah.
That's not part of a cache. That was actually used as a structural element. This vertebrae that holds up the entrance passage or the walls of the vestibule. So we know that whale. This is probably the first whale that was caught here. So I mean, that gives us just a little bit more information to interpret the site and to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, I think this project is an excellent example of Indigenous archaeology in action. Yeah. The community has set the research design. They brought in yourself and people they know and trust, and you guys are working really hard to meet your deadline.
We are.
And,
This Qaummaarviit island is a really, really interesting place because this island has been occupied for thousands of years, and the families that live there still live in Iqaluit today.
all right.
See ya.
All right.